One of the privileges and one of the more enjoyable tasks of the role of chairman is to present the Yom Kippur Appeal. It is our time to endorse one of the values which we hold so dear and which is embedded within the high holy days, and that is tzedakah, to give. As we know, the root of the word tzedek refers to our obligations as Jews to do what is right, fair and just, and that we combine the giving with one of our own liberal Jewish values, which is to give beyond our own community, that is giving within the UK to both the wider Jewish world and to the non-Jewish world, and outside of the UK to a charity within Israel. In these straitened and often desperate times, it was once again a difficult task for the High Holy Day Committee to select a project from the numerous requests for support in each of these three areas. The three charities chosen highlight mental health, homelessness, and dialogue in Israel and Palestine, but more of them in a moment, as we hear firsthand the great uses to which your donations were put by last year's charities when over £69,000 was raised.
Hi, my name is Tracy Davidson. I'm head of Talking Therapies at Jamie. I'd just like to thank the Liberal Jewish Synagogue for your generous contribution to Raphael in last year's Kol Nidre appeal. Raphael, as you're probably aware, has now become part of the Jamie family. Thanks to your generous support, we have been able to increase our therapy provision, which is reducing waiting times, allowing so many more of the community to access this vital service. Once again, thank you so much for your generosity.
I'm the Chief Executive of Little Village, and I just wanted to say a huge thank you to you for the incredibly generous donation as a result of your Yom Kippur collection last year. It's enabled us to support our family liaison team at Little Village, who are on the phones talking to families referred to us to invite them to a beautiful shop like this where they can select items, or to make sure that they get the delivery at home that's packed full of things that they need. It's hugely helpful for us to be able to have that service. And thanks to people like you across London, we've been able to support 50% more families this year compared to last year so far.
Hi from Jaffa to our friends at the Liberal Jewish Synagogue in London. Thank you so much for your generous support of our open clinic for statusless individuals. My name is Shavit and I'm the clinic social worker. Thanks to your support, during the first half of 2023, the clinic provided direct medical care to 749 patients, most of whom were African asylum seekers. As a clinic social worker, I accompany patients to medical appointments to ensure they understand their diagnosis and to empower them to ask questions. I also accompany seriously ill patients and advocate for their needs with other agencies. Sometimes the most important service I can offer is keeping patients company, listening to them as they process their illness and fear. It's challenging work, but I feel so fulfilled knowing that we can be there for people who need us the most.
The Headroom Project, the first of our charities, is run by Jamie. It's an extraordinary free programme of daily activities and groups to improve mental well-being. Meeting at their large and now extended cafe in Golders Green, individuals are welcomed, befriended and supported by professional staff and by volunteers. It provides that essential safe space where people are able to access mental health support and to also sit down for a coffee or to have something to eat. During 2022, Headroom ran over 460 community activities involving over 3,500 individuals. Alongside counselling, there are a wide range of activities which include art for all, writing and performance, a walking group, coffee and connect, and community conversation. Hackney Doorways is our non-Jewish UK charity. Their byline is Roots Out of Homelessness. In this, the charity seems to seek to fulfil Maimonides' highest form of giving, in this instance, to help individuals to help themselves out of homelessness. Former council offices have been transformed into a large communal space for eating, playing games and relaxing, plus bedrooms for up to 26 people. Originally a drop-in serviced by churches and a synagogue, Hackney Doorways has become a place of respite for individuals for up to 28 days. The main objective is to provide routes out of homelessness by working with other agencies, taking referrals, and moving people on to their own accommodation. The residents are frequently people who have lost their own accommodation through relationship breakdown, eviction, or an inability to pay, and many of the current residents do work. Accommodation is provided for both men and women, and there is a separate house for women only. Hackney Doorways has become something of a model for other night shelters across London and beyond, and the income from our appeal will be of particular help during the cold winter months. The Bereaved Families Forum in Israel is our third charity. It performs a task so vitally needed in an area frequently marked by grief. They connect people, they talk, and they explain. The Friends of the Bereaved Family Forum are the British chapter, through which they fundraise and educate the British public about their work, helping to change the ongoing narrative that maintains that the people of Israel and of Palestine are unable to engage with each other. The LJS's donation will support many creative programs across different groups and ages. The annual joint Israeli-Palestinian Memorial Ceremony, organised with Competence for Peace, is where members share their stories and their commitment to peace and reconciliation. There are also young leaders groups who will train the next generation of peace activists, as well as 5-day camps for Israeli and Palestinian young people, and the PCFF Women's Group, which gives Palestinian and Israeli women an authoritative voice in the peace process. Let's hear from these charities now.
Hi, I'm Karen, and we're at Headroom Cafe in Golders Green. Headroom is a social enterprise from Jamie, the mental health charity, and we've been open since 2016. We run a community programme and provide mental health support. Lots of group sessions where people can come and connect. It's very welcoming and inclusive. And we run all of that alongside a seasonal changing food and drinks menu.
Headroom Cafe is a social enterprise by Jamie, and the project is all about creating a mutually supportive community.
We have plenty of groups that you can join. Today we had a group called Coffee and Connect, which is a group where people come by. It's an hour and a half and you can have a hot drink and get to know new people, have chats.
It's open to anybody and everybody, so people might see that there's a coffee group going on and just join.
Today we had 4 new people or 5 new people and about 22, I think, they came all together. So it was quite a busy group.
5 years ago now, we opened the first version of the cafe and really changed the way that people thought about mental health in the community. For me, community support is at the heart of really good mental health support, and that can only be achieved where the community is. Really, the community is in a coffee shop on the high street, so that's why it's so powerful.
I would thoroughly recommend people get in touch if they want to, need to, and of course I should say, because it's always good advice, take the time to smile.
It's a shelter for people, homeless people, so that they can come, they can have food, they can have rest.
You get people from all ages, from all ethnic backgrounds. Sometimes people walk in and you're like, really?
I think I didn't really understand homelessness. Homelessness in the modern sense, so I had lots of stereotypes, but those have been completely shattered.
I think, like a lot of people, there was a sense of anxiety of what to expect. But I think the best thing I learned was just being a presence and being available if people wanted to talk to you. Maybe the sense of security for some people that you're all there.
The guests are fabulous. They're ordinary people, homeless people. Yeah, you, me and him.
After a shift, I often feel a kind of, renewed sense of energy, I suppose, for the area I live in.
You feel different that day because you know you've done something really good.
It's very humbling, makes you realise that you can't take anything for granted.
Night shelters is not just a bed and a meal. The guests get help opening bank accounts. We help them actually find more permanent accommodation as well.
As a trustee of the British Friends of the Bereaved Families Forum, thank you, LJS, for your support. Some 650 Palestinian and Israeli families who've lost a close relative do not look for revenge, but for reconciliation. Through educational programs, dialogue meetings, youth works, media, in many ways, they are living proof that there are partners for peace on both sides. Thank you.
لما انضميت للمنتدى وشفت يعني الطرف الآخر وسمعت قصصهم، عرفت إنه في عندهم معاناة زينا. في ناس حوالي طبعا مش عاجبهم اللي بعمله أنا، إني باجي ألتقي مع الطرف الآخر. نشاطاتنا مع الإسرائيليين بتقوينا، ما بتضعفناش ولا بترجعنا للوراء، بالعكس بتقوينا وبتنطينا أمل لقدام. أنا هون يابا لأني جاي أوصل رسالة للإسرائيليين، وأحاول أنا وياهم نحط إيد بإيد وننهي هذا الصراع وننهي ألم الفقدان مشان ما حدا يفقد زي ما أنا فقدت.
בגיל 8 נגמרה הילדות שלי. אבא היה בן 41, קראו לו למילואים. המשפחה שלי קיבלה אחרי שבועיים את בשורת האיוב שאבא לא יחזור. אנחנו תמיד חושבים על ההרוג בתור אדם בודד, אבל אנחנו יוצרים מעגל של עשרות אנשים שהם כואבים עכשיו כאב שנמשך עד היום האחרון של החיים שלהם, אצלנו ואצלם. והארגון שלנו הוא אחד היחידים שמאפשר באופן שוטף מפגשים של ישראלים ופלסטינים שיש להם מכנה משותף כואב אחד, זה משפחת השכול. כך שאנחנו בונים קהילה שהנרטיב של הפיוס, הנרטיב של העבודה הדו-לאומית הוא חלק מה-DNA שלה. אנחנו לא רוצים שיהיו עוד קורבנות, אנחנו רוצים שהקורבנות שלנו יהיו האחרונים.
Dear friends, this is a short message to thank you so much for your generosity. We may be going through a very, very dark period now, but that does not mean that we will give up. We will continue to do dialogue meetings wherever we can, and maybe use these amazing demonstrations as an opportunity to spread our message. We thank you not only for the funds, but for the fact that you care. We will go to court, we will go through any means we can to continue the work on the ground. Thank you, and let's hope for a compassionate Chag.
Impressive charities doing an impressive job with clarity and kindness. We look to you to continue the LJS tradition of the Yom Kippur Appeal. Do give as much as you are able. A printed appeal has been posted to members and friends, and all details are available on the website and where payment can also be made. And this video will also be viewable on the website and on our YouTube channel from tomorrow. We can help. We can make a difference. Thank you for your time.